Warami guys, Budri Nawunya. Welcome back to Mixed 4-Wheel Drive Touring, and welcome back to the Getting Out There series. In today's episode, episode 6, we're going to discuss navigation. How you're going to find your way around to the places that you want to go, and how you're going to go about planning a trip. Now, today is going to be a brief video. I'm not going to go into full detail on this, but I am going to do a video a little bit later in regard to how I go about planning trips, how I go about setting waypoints and places that I want to go and see, utilising not only my in-car navigation system, but software on the computer at home and websites and such. So if you're planning a trip, one of the most important things is making sure you're going to get there with as little hassle as possible. Now, if you are on public transport, as has been previously mentioned, 131500.com, use their trip planner, and it will give you step-by-step instructions how to get trains and buses and things like that, what time they come, what platforms they come in, what time they arrive at the next one, where you need to change, all that sort of stuff. Same with buses, they'll give you the stand numbers and everything like that. So 131500.com, if you're using public transport, best way to plan your trip. So if you're not sure of where to go once you get off public transport, jump on Google Maps or Google Earth and plan a trip. Or even use my favourite app, Gaia GPS. Gaia GPS I will cover a bit further shortly, but it's a free app that you can download for both Android and Apple phones. And you can use it on your computer as well, and you can actually create routes that will then sync with your phone, so that you can sit at home, you can plan the trip via train, bus, whatever it might be, and then you can plan the route that you want to walk as well, sync it to your phone so you can look at it while you're going on the journey. So Gaia GPS is a great option, very useful. You can import waypoints and all that sort of stuff as well. It is a brilliant app. In-car navigation. Well, as many of you know, I use the VMS 700 HDX. It's not a bad unit. The off-road mode of it, personally, I think is an absolute waste. But in general, the VMS 700 HDX is not a bad unit. Once you know a few little tricks with it and know how to use it a bit more. It's not the most user-friendly, and again, the off-road mode I think is an absolute waste. You know, when you have navigation that just gives you a straight line, it's really useless. The other option when it comes to in-car navigation, many people these days have Apple or Android Play on their cars, in their car stereo systems. I personally don't, but a lot of people do these days, and you can sync your cell phone, or you can use a tablet or something like that and sync that in with your head unit and use navigation through that. So again, this is where apps such as Gaia GPS can come in very handy. But the VMS, is it worth the $300 and something I pay? I really don't think it is, but it's not a bad little unit. When Gaia GPS, I believe, does a better job, and it's free to get the basic version. Everybody knows the old school style though, and a lot of people seem to forget these. It's your old paper maps. Now these are a couple somebody was actually going to throw these out. So they advertised them on Facebook or Gumtree for free, so I went and picked up a whole heap of these. And they are a free map, and when you look at the website, you can still go there today and purchase the maps for postage of $5, but the map themselves is free. These are the old, big, bulky, massive paper maps that we all know and love from our childhoods. Watching our parents plan trips and things like that. They're always a pain in the ass to fold back up too. Something like that. There we go. And then you've got your local street directories and that as well. And obviously these can be purchased for any towns and that you're going, and they'll give you much more detailed street routes than what these maps will. Throwing everything around today. So there's your main couple, guys. Your in-car navigation, be it the VMS, be it Hema, or be it just the standard Garmin or Navman in your car. They all work wonders. You've got your paper maps and your street directories, which, even though they cost a little bit of money, they're still great options and they're still quite detailed. They do go out of date. They don't update as easily as what an app or something like that may, and then you need to go through and purchase new ones, but they're still a great option, especially when trying to plan out a trip. Now lastly, and I'll give you a couple of screenshots of this, is Gaia GPS. I'll just bring this up on my phone here, which you probably won't be able to see on camera anyway, but you can see there I've got 3 waypoints marked up. I'll screenshot that so I can put it up on the top here. You can see there I've got the 3 waypoints marked. Gaia GPS is absolutely amazing for a free bit of software that you can use on the computer. You can create all your plans and routes and everything on the computer. You can mark all your waypoints, etc, etc. You can save the trip and then you can sync it with your Android or Apple device, and you have all your information on the go when you leave home. You can download them as well as offline maps. You don't always need internet service to get them. When it comes to me personally planning trips, I like to use a combination of a few different things. Depending on what I'm looking for, I use Map6, which is an online website. I find that very useful for modern satellite imagery or recent satellite imagery. I use Gaia GPS a heck of a lot. And then I use a combination again of Google Maps and Google Earth, because both of them can give me some excellent information. And I find with Google Earth I can quickly go through, I can add GPS. I can add GPS marks, I can drop waypoints and things like that through Google Earth. Then I can save those all into a little folder, so to speak, and I can import them later into the VMS. Or I can, by saving it as a KML file, I think they are. And I can also import them into Gaia GPS. So I can save everything in Google Earth, go through, make my plans there, and then import them later on into other navigation software such as the VMS and Gaia GPS. And I'm sure you could do the same with the Hema. Yeah guys, look, there are a number of other options when it comes to planning routes and trips and things like that. Another very popular app to find your way around and to find places, especially campsites and things like that, is WikiCamps. Now WikiCamps does cost, I think, about $8 per device. So I have WikiCamps on the phone and I have it on the computer. And again, I can go through and I can create stuff on WikiCamps on the computer. I can research everything that I want to do on the computer, import that into Google Earth or into Gaia GPS, and set that up ready to go when I'm heading out and about. So there's a few different things for you to think about when it comes to navigation. Again, the trip planner 131500.com, your in-car navigation such as your VMS, your Hema, or just your standard Navman, Garmin, TomTom, whatever it might be. The apps on your phones, again, Gaia GPS is absolutely brilliant. WikiCamps is also an excellent thing to be able to find locations and find campsites, and it gives you quite a bit of information as well as to whether they've got things like toilets and what the accessibilities are like, whether it's 2-wheel drive accessible or only 4-wheel drive. Do they have toilets, long drop toilets, showers, other amenities? Can you have fires, all that sort of stuff? Wikicamps is great for all that, and then just import it into whatever other mapping software you want to use. But again, guys, this is going to be a quick one. And I will do a much more detailed video on how I personally go about planning trips using all the different software that I've just mentioned. So, and yeah, lastly, you've also got your paper maps and street directories. So don't forget about them. A lot of people these days have got no bloody clue on how to read a map, let alone actually follow one. So it's a bit of a shame, really. Technology's made us all lazy. Alright guys, that's the last official video for the Getting Out There series. That is episode 6. So I hope you have found this series really useful, and I hope you have learned a fair bit, and I really do hope it can help you get out there and start exploring this amazing country we call home. If you haven't already, guys, please like this video, and please remember to subscribe. It really does help the channel. If you want to support me further, I do have Patreon, and I do also have merch over on the Facebook page. So, yeah, guys, really appreciate a thumbs up and a subscription, at least. So, alright, take care, guys. Peace, and as always, I'll see you on the tracks. Yano!